Good morning, big wave trading family. Trust me, I'm more shocked than you are to see that we have 10 new long positions of quality for Tuesday following the 8 new long positions this weekend. As you saw today, or on Monday's session, it's still Monday in Maui as I make this video, every new long position worked, and at the same time, all of my hedges worked except for EDZ did hit half of my trailing sell stop, and EUM hit half of my trailing sell stops. But by the end of the day, EUM is fine, EDZ is fine. We'll see if that follows through following Tuesday's session. But remember, we just had 7 new hedges, then boom, 8 new long positions, and now boom, 10 new long positions. Now, what if I only took those hedges? I saw those new long positions this weekend and was like, no. This market looks like it's going to break down. Didn't take them and then see what they did today. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if they now all just continue to move higher. And as the futures market is indicating right now, the Nasdaq's up 0.5%, and so is the Russell 2000. So I would be regretting it. And if I don't take these 10 new long positions, and one of them works a ton, half work, or all of them work, I'm going to regret it if I don't take them, rather than taking small measured positions and then cutting my losses if I'm wrong. So once again, I'm taking all of them. I have the account capital per commission cost structure to do this. You can decide what to do. I always recommend 10% of your account in 10 individual stocks of high quality, and then cutting your losses that keeps your capital at risk under 5% per position. And the common theme between all these new long positions, they all have greater than 4 to 5 to 1 reward risk ratios, and all of them average about 5% risk at most if I use both of their trailing sell stops. Now, in also saying that, if the first stop fails on any of these long positions I'm about ready to fly through, the second stop is an emergency stop. If the stock price pulls back on low volume and green bop the entire way and orderly, then the final stop will come into play. But if the stock does any kind of reversal whatsoever, we're moving up stocks. Like for instance, EXTR today pulled back on heavier volume, but it kept heavy green bop. So therefore, I still have 2 stops. But my bottom stop for me was 939. I'm now raising it to where I believe I recommended to everybody 983. You may also remove that final stop altogether and just have one at 1004. I would have done that if it would have lost green bop, but it kept it. So keeping this in mind, remember, as we go through these new long positions, you can just use the first stop. But let's start it off with the 2 longer ones. EDU and PEGA. They are both CanSlim and Perfect Speculator quality. They weren't confirmed in any other scan, so technically together they're each 4% signals. However, that puts more than $1,000 at risk per trade if I use the 2 stops for me. PEGA, if I use this stop here and this stop here, EDU, if I use this stop here and this stop here, I'm going to risk over 1,000 on this position. The same thing with PEGA. So I'm going to have to reduce it all. I think EDU is going to be around 2.5%, and PEGA is going to be around 2.5%. So right around $10,000 to $12,000 per each trade. Once again, I'll pay $1 in commission each, so it's well worth doing this. But EDU, I'm going long. Limit order 82.55, the high of the day. First stop 78.82. Final stop 75.39. Emergency stop. Then PEGA, getting long, limit order 55, the high of the day. First stop for PEGA 53.65, a move below that number. Emergency final stop 51.30. So those are the 2 largest positions. Then I have a ton of like 2%ers. FCN, if at first you don't succeed, try again. FCN hit my final stop as I raised it to this big price bar singles low a day because of the way that it reversed here these 2 days. Look at those 3 candles out of the past 4 days. I thought for sure it was going to roll over. It did, but boom, engulfing reversal candle price bar. There's bullish divergence in the RSI 14 and MACD, so I'm rebuying back, getting long FCN. Limit order 32.52. First stop 31.77. Or that could be your final stop, or final stop 31.65. For me, I will use 31.65 because I've already made the mistake of taking this half stop and this half stop, moving it all up to here, now being shaken out of all of it. So I won't make that mistake again. 1 stop for me here at 31.65. But FCN's 2%. And then also HD and G is also going to be 2%. It's kind of CanSlim quality long position. And then it's also was in my max green bop scan, so I want to get long. Limit order 1370, the high of the day. First stop 1332. Final stop here 1275. Once again, Like I said, kind of can't some quality, but it's also an earnings winner, and that's a common theme between a lot of these. And then there's JILL. This is an oversold swing trade. RSI 14 is curling up from oversold. MACD is curling up from oversold. MACD histograms confirming. Got green bop here, a volume surge, and a very bullish intraday hammer. Getting long Jill at 1038, cutting my loss with a move below 989 on Jill. 2% in that one also. There was just so many longs. And then SYX, one of my more favorite chart patterns out there. I would love it if it had max green bop during this March to August period and if the base was longer. But as of now, I just like it a lot. Looks really good. But I want to get long SYX, limit order 2361. First cut loss 2235. And then you could either do a final cut loss at 2191, or if it fills this candle here. Actually, I would use the 50-day moving average, which I believe is at 2023 if I saw it on stock charts. So it's up to you. I might use this stop right here, 2235, and then give it all the way to the 50-day moving average on the final stop, because I do like this pattern overall, and I don't want to be shaken out of all of it in case if it does start to move higher again. It's just one of the better looking stock patterns out there, but there's quite a few. I mean, we're going to go over another one. SERV, same thing. It's just extended short term from the 20-day moving average, so it's 1.5%. Just like SYX, it's also extended from the 20-day moving average, but SERV's got that same similar situation. Earnings winner, flat base. Want to get long 44.69. First cut loss 43.87. This low right here, and then for now, emergency final cut loss 42.58. And then there's LL. This is only going to be, let's do once first. Once was in my max green bop scan. It's not extended from the 20-day moving average. Nice, beautiful consolidation here following that gap up. I assume that was a post-earnings gap up. I don't know. I need to actually probably go look at that just to make sure that earnings aren't coming up. Scratch it if it's coming up within the next 5 days, but I don't think so. If this is a gap up because of earnings, awesome. It's bouncing right off here off support. Once I'm going to get long 75.78. First cut loss, 74.05. Final cut loss, the gap fill, 72.20. 1% of my account capital. And then there is LL. I can't even keep up with all long positions because the paper I'm reading these off of, they're everywhere. LL, want to get long, limit order 35.65, extended from the 20-day moving average. Once again, earnings winner, flat base, all that green bop. LL was in my max green bop for 5 days scan, but with the extension, it's only 0.5% of my account capital. Very, very, very nice chart. 35.65 limit, first cut loss 34.49, and then a deep final emergency cut loss for now at 30.07. If this level fails, the chance this level comes into play is 0 to none unless there is an intraday flash crash. There's no way that level will ever come into play, but that's where I will have my second hard stop. And then SOHU. SOHU, lovely chart pattern. It's only had max green bop for 3 days. It's only had green bop for 17 or 18 days, so it missed both bop scans barely, but it showed up in my tertiary scan that looks for any stock up on the day with green bop and above average volume by having just above average volume. So it made that tertiary scan. Love the overall chart pattern, bouncing off the support, engulfing, bullish engulfing, completely engulfing candle price bar. When to get long, limit order 54.95. First cut loss this low a day 52.99. Final cut loss 51.50 to fill the gap. I might use 48.65 because I'm only putting a couple grand into this stock, so I'm going to give it some room to pull back if it does fail its first level on lower volume and max green or heavy green bop. If it fails on heavy volume, loses green bop, obviously either one of these levels, the high of the day or low of day, will not come into play. Once SOHU, LL, Jill, SERV, HDNG, EDU, PEGA, FCN, SYX. I have gone over all of the high quality long positions. I have one new speculative long position and one speculative long position I'm adding to, but that's going to be available only on that platinum new positions page to platinum members. I don't want to post it here. There's already too many stocks to follow. That's insane. 10 new longs after 8 new longs, 18 positions. Thank goodness I'm a maniac and have all the time in the world by living on Maui. All right, everyone, I'm going to wrap up this video lesson here. Great luck today. Don't be afraid to get long, even though my directional operational models are still under sell signals. it looks like the market is already trying to find a floor. Don't forget the put call hit 1.18 on Thursday, closed at 1.14 on Friday, and is still at 0.94, indicating there is at least some fear short term out there.